President of the nation, President, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Kukwado. Eddie Nina no Eddie Abba Betuja. Na wo consensus Nina no. And pay. Eddie Brown, I would you make it. Stay with us, yeah, nobody in Papa. And pay, Maminchia, in Syria, Colosseum, but you're going to make here number one. The crosser, and pay good morning. What to say? As a Mr. Speaker, before free can't maybe I empty the two to the crosser, and a pay when you were pushing in and Mamuna, no action. Equal, I was a man getting equal, and a pay what to say. As someone who had to say, Yamia Daruma, your baby, never so. What I can't, I want your plan. Circle here. If I don't pay me check, I will quite a man, I will a shaman Zenu, a band for morning, I will pay Zenu at the same, what to say. Roman father will come back, what's also one. Madam, yow. As a Mr. Speaker, yow near the castle for Adenta. Yow, and a good morning, Adenta to say. The church, Ajano 1. I walk Kwabenya, Ajano, who to say, and pay. Good morning to you, welcome to the show. I Jawusu, I will new town. I Jawusu, and pay the church. Shop one, maybe I will be a more, I will tell you, I Jawusu, and pay the chapa, I will new town. Of a quick, able to so of a quick at the side, and a pay who probably called you. A radiator himself, what they know, I will. Your baby, your best. As a Mr. Speaker, love man, you love man. I don't pay good morning at the side. Good morning. Coming here. A job of parade, and what would you a job parade? Good morning. You man, I was so good. You man, I pay at the side. Mr. Lincoln, I was quick. Mr. Lincoln, good morning. Who at the side? Eben, Mr. Speaker, we name with you, Eben, Kwabenya, and I pay good morning. The church of Kwabenya for you. I'm one people about the bay. Very important question. It's like a wholesale, no, it is somewhere. Hey, Kanawu, that's the way. Mito for Papa, no, or Papa, we were young. We don't know Papa, you know, or to you know, you can go back. I am Brony, Amado, and I will Brony Miss Rock. I mean, God, I blame you, I was in Brony, Jamua. Get in that she said, I was in Brony, I did, even come here, good morning. That was the father. Maybe a number one.
Kessben 92.9 FM.
That's it. Coming here, Nanamu. Bedru Kwabenya, Nanamu. I don't pay you what to say. Queen of the airwaves. You run to me, I think I wouldn't have been you, Queen of the Airways, I don't pay the church out. The Diabo Quadi and Pomo to say. I tell you what you said, and so draw, I would do from one to the rum. So draw, I don't pay good money, what to say. From what to say, I don't pay. I didn't see how far Pia said you. Now we call to whom? I was at to say. Good morning. 5 p.m. I watch him at 5 p.m. to say good morning. James, I watch him on James. I don't pay what to say. Good morning. Yamini pa Ashama. I don't pay Yamisha Munina, Missy Air condition specialist. I'm when you are doing here, no air condition specialist. I don't pay good morning. And from the northern part of the country to the east, to the west, to the south, and even to the Gulf of Guinea. And I welcome you to today's edition. This is your show, and this is Kessben.
Kessben 92.9.
Maybe I don't pay Maminchia, Jamila, good morning. Maminchia, George Agbagba, Farouk Tema, Farouk Kaswa, Maminchia movement members. I don't pay Munina Mohotis. Say, I do Mr. Speaker fan page, you know, Eddie. Now, Patrol Mr. Speaker, your nomination to become the best morning show host for the year 2021-2022. Patrol to abandon my pa, I ain't even picking something. And now you're back what you saw about the body. Let me see your quality in you. Once the year will be yes, why I'm only about the body and no idea. To the Obayan is star 800 star 800 star. Now wabo 400 hash. Star 800 star 400 hash. Now wa enter 1414. Now I say ube who se midino aba kwami appear kubi Mr. Speaker. Focus Media Awards. Now what to abano do obia wo pese wo to bia. Wa joto afata be.
Kessben 92.9.
That is star 800. $0.7 billion Ghana cedi. Yeah, the COVID-19. Etiano komodie ananope yeba ababedi be hu amaleba che. Mama mada che na me mano akwaba. Amaleba ma che.
You know, Mr. Speaker.
Na ebon what to say?
Radadum. When I'm in kwache now so.
I rather the kwache. Device election. Party what to say?
Party mo de bibia ye din. First of all, I mean chia na min chia ukru onu mo yedwa na pay. Min chia busha for ejebre etie. I mean chia me party mpenimfo ina so. Na min chia Laji Sheriff Abdul Nasir or nek me mama NDC. Na min chia me mama the Honorable MP for Tempane constituency. Honorable Lydia Akambariba. I think 3 days ago na my boss Edini birthday. Lawyer Sabi Jemfi. My fa kwen so na me wish you happy belated birthday. Na men kanche say NDC we are proud to have him. Particularly those of us who works under him and the NDC Communication Bureau. We could never have been so lucky to have such an enterprising, hardworking, and inspiring young man of his nature, of his stature, whose confidence, boldness, and determination have inspired many of us, not only to become communicators for the party, but also to follow his footsteps of veering into the legal education, hoping to join the fraternity of lawyers in the country. And the Sami Jemfi, we will be a boss. I mean, sure, don't come. Now, my answer in India. Keep soaring. The Lord is always with you, and the sky is your limit. Happy belated birthday, and may the Lord add more years to your life. That's the message I have for my boss.
Amen.
The bad part anymore. Mr. Speaker, NDC is ready, prepared, determined, and above all, willing to serve the people of Ghana and to give us honesty, caring, and leadership that thinks about the people. A leadership that is ready to serve. A leadership that will respect the laws of the land. A leadership that will unite the country. A leadership that will provide equal opportunities for all, irrespective of your political affiliation, your ideological inclination, or where you come from, your background, etc. No discrimination. Since we are secretary that way, when you come achichem, yen so Ghana for baby or dear baby any. You bit my nipoku ifra bushion, ahodo mu dear, but our diversity is the source of our strength, and that is the belief of the NDC. So the message I have for the people of Ghana this morning from the fraternity of the National Democratic Congress, and he said, indeed, like Martin Luther King once said, that I believe that we shall overcome. And when our skies become dry with low hovering clouds, and our night becomes darker than 1,000 midnight, we will know that we are living with the great turmoil of a new civilization struggling to be born. The mismanagement, the incompetence, the cluelessness, the visionlessness, the insensitivity, and the bad governance of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Bawumia-led regime have consequentially imposed an unmitigated hardship, particularly on the youth, because here nearby the victims at the receiving end. That notwithstanding, there is hope. If only we all come together, avoid despondency, avoid the despair, and work together with a common purpose, knowing that our destiny is in our own hands. Now, if we can change the destiny there, we need to rise up to the occasion and struggle to liberate ourselves from the shackles of this family and friends. I believe we will be able to come together and build a better future that we want it to be, because the future can be determined by our actions today. And I want to urge the millions of the youth out there who are like myself, after university without jobs, who are in university without knowing where to go. National service in abide team into Amoka. Nan campus when you sika adi abuama yemu a yewie school ba yemfie mi yemfie na mfie num mfie nsie ni no ye dwuma ye nan ka yen sika boy ho bra no. I think that I am urgent when we come together we'll be able to do it. So my supplications to the nation, to the national youth, is that the NDC is determined to liberate all of us. And if we come together and support the National Democratic Congress and the leadership, Mr. Speaker, Andra, now my colleagues be Dinkomo. They are not MPP guys, and I'm no more university. And they were telling me, Haruna, we made a mistake, but we think that mistakes can be corrected, particularly political mistakes, where the Constitution gave us the opportunity to say every 4 years, tell your leadership that you hear from her, they should unite the party and provide us with the hope and indeed the trust that you can protect the ballot, the vote that we will cast for you, you'll be able to protect it. Now they see 2020 no, it being CBO. That was what they told me. And I want to use a platform Kessben Kanawu. I am aware that very soon the party will go for national congress, from the constituency from the branches to the constituency, region, and the national. I have no doubt, given the competence of leadership we have in line and the people who are parading themselves to be the leaders of the party, whoever you make the winners, this is the request coming from the base. Ghanaians are looking hopefully that NDC will come to power and mitigate us from the challenge. It is up to us to prove to the people of Ghana that we are up to the task, we are up to the occasion. Inshallah, we shall get there together. We shall overcome. This one too shall pass. And indeed, by the grace of the Almighty God and with the trust, dedicated and selfless leadership provided by NDC, Mr. Speaker, Ghana will become a better place. We've done it before, and no doubt we are going to do it even far better than what we've done. Because having been in power for the past 8 years and lost office 6 years ago, gone back, reflected, and haven't seen the opportunity to experience what is happening under President Akufo-Addo, I know there were a lot of things that NDC could have done. There are a lot of things NDC could have done. And when we come back to office, inshallah, from January 7, 2025, we are going to quicken and double our steps. And by the time President Mahama will bring his leadership tenure to an end in January 7, 2029, Ghana will indeed not only become the beacon of democracy in Africa, but we will rank among the best countries in the world, which provide better leadership, the quality of our democracy, and rule of law, so that foreign investors will lose confidence in the economy. Foreign investors will lose confidence in our country, in our democratic system, all over the world. People are looking at Ghana. Say, the role model. And that's all Ghana. Thanks to the leadership of President Akufo-Addo, the weakness of his leadership, and the lack of leadership skills. And yesterday, sitting at the parliamentary cafeteria and listening to his State of the Nation address, I feel very bored and I feel so disappointed. And as a young man, I realized that so long as President Akufo-Addo and MPP are on the seat of government, occupying the Flagstaff House, there is no hope for any youth in this country. And we will kick MPP out of office because the MPP have proven, without any iota of doubt, that's a bad leadership. They don't have what it takes to manage the affairs of this country. Inshallah, by the grace of God, we shall get there. And NDC will take the reins of leadership and transform this Ghana for the good of all.
Beda say Abraham, Haruna Amaleba, my member a year Alaji Ali so na minti one so no a representative of the New Patriotic Party. Alaji my chair.
Yeah,
Na empombo ko there.
yeah, me ada Roma.
Party what you saying?
Yeah, pa reorganization Ekosu said the only na. Yeah, drew at the electoral area coordination primaries. Na bibrina na aye. Almost say be about community be in Sensembi or who be at Akodru court. But by and large, it has been successful because all are there over 275. There's 3 and big issues be more success at the end of the was and that one too there has been a committee who have been tasked to deal with that. Somebody take care of all the petitions and queries that have come out of the process reorganization. My constituency Kulotekole has been the best, and the party has even congratulated us that in fact as if there's nothing going on there when in fact we are doing well as far as the reorganization is concerned. I congratulate the newly elected officers from police station to electoral area once again, Kulotekole, if they can hear me now or wherever they can see me. I'm their constituency first vice chairman, Alhaji Ali Kabi. Congratulate them. I think in April we'll get to the constituency executive. I'm trying to ask them for them to maintain me once again, and I believe they will do that because I am the only hard-working gun around, visibly around in the constituency and in the greater Accra region as well.
Oko first vice,
yes.
your constituency.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the incumbent, and
you are still contesting.
Yes, inshallah. If and I'm sure they will give me the money as they have done that. And I congratulate the election committee led by Yusuf Fofana. He's my junior brother. He's doing well. So far, so good. And let me say a good morning to my brother and say sorry to our cherished viewers and listeners wherever they are for my late. I have a hiccup with my car, and I have to abandon it and then find another means to be here. Thank God I'm here. So thank you.
But I say, Alaji, thank God you are here finally. You better come now. Me chance here was so simedua edikan. When our party ewa baimo economic challenges, state of the nation address. Na mintio generally and dra omampenyin kasa wakan no ma mintio ewo na yentwaso.
Ejaba bidu. Though there was a delay in terms of time, I am on constitutionally mandate. No, but at least he has been able to come through yesterday, and I think we all hear him. And even before then, sir, austerity measures be taken, all in the interest of the nation. And he has proven to be one of the leaders that we have in this fourth dispensation who, in fact, have the courage and have the vision and have the ears and have the sympathy to care for all Ghanaians. And he has proven that time and time again. He was there yesterday to tell us the state of the nation. I think he has done that. Ye bobre baby ye free and baby ejina sisi ya watimi achere and our bono bako na poso. There's a marine home man now betting me alcohol details. I think Parliament and Neombe stati alcohol nitty-gritty of the assembly or the two no. So far, my own say about home wedding actually near my achievement need the air or first beer. Echo any my bayana and also a dear baby boa my mine as Ghana na Mijidi say Ghana for any we are singing heno and a teen and a Ghana for in a GD Musronko. As I say, answer one cry, Nipa Sebi say, na Uda. Na Esurunkuni, baby Audrey, or see there be a Jumana Modema may not Odra Tamale. A day ye be that in the history of this country. As a canoe, he or see been a media court Tamale interchange, you know. Semo who be that and TV alcohol. And Tamalifona, Boaji de Susa, and TB de who be the net dear. Sa na satam na sebi Tamale ni endi. And Potemwa a year ding. Na asumje ni ho. Oba no, you know, I will take the bull by the horn. Peace must come, whatever it is, under my leadership. And within 1 year, Obonete and ne asumji or hinu ho or mutiho investors have confidence they can go in there and invest. Are there a born say the Ajusaba Hokona and Brebiana etitiho. The NDC have 8 years of this thing. They couldn't do anything about it when they proud that they have a president from the north. He couldn't even care and take Obia Sebi of Free South, no. Who cares and have the interest of all Ghanaians has been able to do that. And achievement, Niama or Diakoho, ni factory, one factories, or Diakoho, na osa ako bue international, Jumaya cobrantem, and Buana productivity intimate in Tumpono, and that part of the city, no, etimi abua ama sebi productivity, etimi akonanim. We na Enshaya, or Enchebia, Adetian, so I see. Sebi, you know footballers so etimi amano sebi glorious birthday gift properly. Ye mudu dona na say any pra even trust say a bit me abasa, but with the vision of the leader and courage kutupa and sebi ahondi or this shame and our kasachre or yakope tactical and discipline coach ebeka. Fortunately we have him as a Ghanaian waba abechere say sebi I do fear ye. And I feel so, and yes, be at them be Bonti. Me maka all the glorious achievement of last African Cup, black coaches, and I'm firing now. All the records with black coaches. Now then, I feel the Bonti. You will say be a bit me, I shall be free or fine, tactically, a bit me, because football is a size and a business. We can learn. But if our people went out there and they have the requisite ability and skills and talent, why not? He has proven. Within 2 weeks, he has been to gather what he has materially as footballers, and he has been to make Adiana last 4 years a boy. What an achievement and what a gift. President Kura or friend was me that was a party gift, and a Bosha Shaman or some Bosha Masha Mamono, Ningina, so made this said they say fata. I'm a motive Akumanim to be so pricey, not even Ghana, Africa, at the whole world, in the whole world. ASF football matters. So now, Obo Niama Bakumi Nubisu, Obo COVID-19, Sika, Sebi, Sufa Yasi, Obo Coastal Belt, Muyama said the sea defense, no 18 India, Yai, Wabosu actually so far the Alco, Wakika said the Bobre ATA in terms of ABR development, 1D1F 106 across the country, Ejuma. Ningina ya fa mabunu juma omuye se 10 kura at least enye number na ho na anka eweka ho asem at least it has been resolved and awasa ashebo say 11 agenda na okan no is on course at various levels and afensu or see obeshekina not only SHS TVET na de beka ho na ona ne kuma dakura say Ghana is at least o duru some persona. And yes, be a sebi obeko de mukurane, but at least okutan sani juma a rano anababa on beti media bibia abobra kusise obeti nya akwan nim akwanya degree any masters in amaye and our das say free essays or the bayana na naysayers ni doubting party NDC eka say assassin who yentimi ye this 25 years no so the almost 30 bribia bibi papa including drone almost eba ko ma naked ewo dware mu Intino anka yenjai mayanko famba Ghana card kura mu kese e musu omun TV da because omu tase it omu tuanye inti the wa Chinese say Ghana no omu say ye wa hochire mu acknowledge several fora onya wa acknowledge say sebi the ekoso na say dia amanfo ne ma koso high including fuel increase no enya de any de inti na offer austerity measures no onankasa presidency wa kati ni appointees na or ask them everybody will go along the line friends and coupon fuel along the line 50%. And then you can say the beya, if you say government was save some scabia, you bet me the aba abe kushing Ghanaians. And when say about social intervention, says Ghana ni ome broano, or be our son as any party also must say, abribia edi innovation eba no any MPP. Internet because she okra sebi, which no kura ne sebi ayokra de or cano at least. And I be them say globally. Sa problem ya ya sebi ene enko yi eno na mi ko bi kire me video bi na Germany fighting over edible oil la sebi edi no aduane na crowd nya guru wa hondi who is the big man or the big woman can take na man for pre hu ya twa da kan yetugu na obeko he Nigeria ya saline gallons they have more oil than us and they produce more than us and in a queue omun nibi mpo na yakase ni bokra yedi and the food is available here because Germany they are fighting, Tanzania they are fighting for food. Even though Ghana sebi ere no koso but it is available when I say omampeni any sebi na be dire Mahmoud Bawumia and I say na pound for nyina omuni Ghana for 18 years. So far so good but the only say bia wa share ni nyina crash say enche bia e be free sa ahawo mo esan say share dia to hono e betimi aboa ama including these austerity measures na say niema eju na say Ukraine for enso sebi nyame boa say o start toxi e betimi ati na supom say bia ajai santokwa no na afi niema koyiye dia Ghana will be the next country in West Africa if not Africa obe bounce back strongly economically and then finance wise when no one share boss say bia say pese sebi yema Ghana etumpo abribia ye MPP for wa show we no and obetimi akere amaya kwa enim we dey sre Ghana for say omunya sebi etwen sunsum emma Ghana emma na nado ni MPP abribia ye na the best in terms of managing of this economy the buy ya esu nyina is globally enye epe omude ne na cholera ena dumso enokura no wantimi ankuhye ojaye saa enokum almost about 400 people cholera o jomama nebriso ekum nipa be almost 400 ontimi anyo hwi nipa na ewu na pandemic abai na ti amerina fe obirim besua how we manage COVID-19 how we have done well say Ghana ni bia say yes ama kwan kura even though advisedly say utimi na ntiko bebia but at least no smart so enye ohye but for your own good and offensive to protect you know ebetimi edi aboa ama na no pa emiti say Real Madrid coach kura ebiaka which means the thing is around too much is on kura ontimi enkot na touch like encoach this assistant which means saying the COVID-19 is still around even though abrasi ama enye hu bium let's avoid unnecessary gathering na ebekwa eho hia na fe besu lusu guard na no smarks na yekọ nipam bebre na dom yintimi enhye e dom de yenhye yen kwan ti bebi na sese bi etie ya yetimi na fe ya ba ho ban wa kire se sa sika na omuka sika ya ede ya do se you for de do no about 80 million and a billion and ya say idea COVID-19 no the details on how each expenditure I think it will be in the parliament for them to decide and then tell us if it is true balance be or aka da baby and say be am fine juma ni nyina be ko details but what me akere aka we say or no Ukraine or dinam and a party no so MPP no abribia e pegana for say e di Ukraine ma na afi moto abamaye mun santu mu mind to 2024 because yen ya ekura no enche bia around 2024 say economy na so enye say di ma NDC na omutimi SNB say do ambiri omuye no
Alaye made us 35 minutes after 10. This is Kessben Kanawu Jumedie no ana yede ebro no. Ma memra amaliba ho na mintie wono so for 10 minutes na yento aso eni nkomo. Amaliba state of the nation na mintie.
Well, first of all, Mr. Speaker, say ban say MPP4
Kessben.
Enya kwanya no bet na fidie ni mu a number 1. we expect them to speak with some level of decency, being mindful that leadership of the nation have been given to them. We expect them to exercise some level of modesty, sincerity, truthfulness, and at least regard fellow citizens as people who have equal dignity like them, but not a mere caricature of existing biological materials devoid of human sensibility. Not surprising, because the president Adodam Akufo-Addo himself was chere ne shoe and ne ban na the odi kan the odi echire ba hwe the odi kan na ntienti odi atro no a na o kan samu a enimu a na ne followers no edi echire. I'm not surprised Alhaji is doing same here. Mr. Speaker, Yentias say Tamale, there is no interchange in Tamale. What is in Tamale is a footbridge.
Oh, how?
Oh yes, it's a footbridge.
What videos and pictures?
What videos and pictures? So what pictures and videos do I need to see?
Now, why do you say it's a footbridge?
A footbridge.
Is that how a footbridge looks?
That's the footbridge.
How?
Yes. In fact, Muamu Century for an interview the resident engineer, our supervisor project. That was the language he used. It's a footbridge. Okay? And before Obaya Sadi,
how? Your definition of a footbridge, you know?
Yes, a footbridge. And yeah, interchange. In any case, what you see, Alhaji, when you are speaking about the North, be very circumspect about your choice of words and your description to scenarios and situations. I am not being passionate because I am a Northerner. But the truth must be said as it is. Before Kufuor came to power in the year 2001, January 7th, there was absolute peace in Dabon. Who caused the chaos? Under whose tenure was Yana Yakubu Andani, may he so rest in peace, and others callously murdered? Who was Attorney General at the time? Who did you prosecute for that heinous crime? Who? Before NDC took over in the year 2009, Dabon and Boko was in turmoil. Mr. Speaker, I went to North in 2007. That was 2006, after senior high school. On my way back, before Savilugu, a soldier force share you move no more stop that we shouldn't move because and curfew hour. The car have to stop. Now should brandy be a tour and I don't share should never share or come on. I will never forget this till the end of my life. So please don't refer to that and think the recklessness, irresponsibleness of your government is an achievement. Spare us. Yesterday, sitting at the parliamentary cafeteria and listening to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, I realized there was no hope for this country. As usual, the lies. Atro akohisam nyambransa no mekaye. Let's ask, before he assumed the reins of leadership in this country, Mr. Speaker, now petrol boy air saying 1 liter of fuel was 3.111. Minimum wage was 8 cedis. Personally, me were issues about the minimum wage structure in this country and how we treat our workers. I have a problem with that. Personal problem. But that time, under NDC, so worker ekwe juma one day, or to me, eto fuel 2 liters. And wachi or be additional over 2 cities away, I bet more to sachet water, buy more than 3 packs the coffee mabusha for yebiano. You say Mahama was wicked. Onima mambu enye. yet tisikaso so commodity. Mube fosu no ma wo so maskana tiagu fo Ghana fo asesa. President Mahama e de tour e kum Ghana fo. Enti mumu ye Yesu agenkwa. Mo ya so mo ne so a mo Mahama achiche ne so a aso a mo amokomu bu no. Mummra me akufo ado nche na me ma mo home. Sa home no ni. Mr. Speaker, NDC before we left office in 2017 January 7th. Now fuel 1 gallon was 14 cedis. 5 years down the lane and the fuel 54 Ghana cedis.
What price there now?
54 Ghana cedis. Monkanientia, mostly global issues. And you know, Nana Akufo-Addo have never accepted responsibility of anything. And that is a mark of irresponsible leader. Yes.
The same president has accepted.
What accepted?
There are challenges in the country.
Okay, if you admit there are challenges and have you accepted responsibilities, what can say such challenges? I mean, I'm the buy. Waka. I am coming to give you jobs because Mahama economy is mismanaged economy. The nation is in crisis. These were his words. To the extent that predicted Arab Spring, a revolution to overthrow NDC government in case we won the 2016 elections. Mikuta Africa Watch magazine where June 2016 edition. And if you start from page 22, Eba the Bessie page, I think page 39, the magazine dedicated this page, to reflect on the circumstances in Ghana when NDC was in office, relative to economy, etc. Here was the government before we left office, Mr. Speaker. Ye jamo 3 oil wells. IMF, World Bank, Financial Intelligence, Economic Intelligence Center of US unit, Economic Intelligence Unit of UK, and all the multinational corporations, expressed confidence in the Ghanaian economy and predicted that we were going to grow beyond 9% from 2017 because of investment at President Mahama. 1 billion Atuabo gas, Terminal 3, Kejetia, Kumasi Airport, Tamale Airport, Kotoka International Airport. Like I spoke about, what about how do you call the hospitals, the Tema Harbour Expansion Project, Takrade Harbour Expansion Project, schools. Mr. Speaker, name them. All this infrastructure was meant to catapult economic development of the country.
President outlined a lot of things are buying air to salvage the situation.
What are the things?
With the economic difficulties.
What are the things
Last week Thursday, you are in this country. Last week Thursday, Finance Minister made a press conference. What show Nema are buying air. Even as at Endra or Mampanyin Catcher, the number and the series of projects are buying air. And see, who concerns Pano and they say, is it a case that would doubt the president say why?
Mr. Speaker,
and now say you do not have a belief in what the president says.
It's laughable. Because the president could not tell us what his government is doing now to bring down the fuel prices. He couldn't tell us what he is doing with his economic whiskets. Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, His Excellency the Vice President, I wadane assemblyman or house number no. Wa mecheye the omoye actually on a number form. Go to the commodity price, go to the market. Now hear the price of commodities. Sachet bag of water are near ton 90 pesos under President Mahama. 80 pesos, 90 pesos. 2016 and then year ton 8 cedis now.
In 2016,
oh yes,
sachet of bag.
We were in this country.
Then I was in 2016, not sachet.
It was 80 pesos, 90 pesos.
80 pesos.
Yes,
a bag of pure water.
Yes, I don't
know. Because I remember quite very well. In 2016, we were buying it around 2 cedi, 50 pesos,
no,
3 cedi.
It's never true. I don't know why you were buying it, but that's the price as at then. The maximum you could get was 1 cedi. Check your price index. Granted, let me even take your words. Then lay 2 cedis and there is a 8 cedis. How much percentage jump The work can send a mechanic. We are at the state that are buying to me for workers. Government cannot employ. But you see, this economic hardship that have engulfed us have all been well orchestrated by one person, Ken Oforiatta. Yes.
Kessben 92.9.
Before he came into government, he was an angel. And others too were angels with him. Makineku, Yitua Moaben, Dr. Indum, and others. Adjum Boni and Mim, a du fruit pe, any a pesamin community. Obetna Ben will go on banks na and then on Kobe for international, and everything is being controlled by him. And whilst he was collapsing the banks, locking depositors' funds, now taking the economic power African and for some what was he thinking would be the result of consequences? And the hardship we are experiencing and yet because of the global phenomenon, it is as a result of the wicked actions taken by the government when they came to power in the year 2017. And now, listen to him. The man feels so disappointed and say, Mr. Speaker, as a one people in one country with a common destiny, we expect leadership to unite us, but not to divide us. There was explosion at Apiate. I agree. We feel for them. We sympathize with them. But the president had the courage or Kaiwamo and Ra, but Keta for the one Kaiwamo. The life of every Ghanaian matters in this country. But he was mute about the suffering of the people in Keta. Secondly, as the Asiwo Kromha, from this year, Kwambesi Sabe, the first quarter of the year, Mr. Speaker, Nipa over thousands. He did not provide a hope of what his government is doing to mitigate this needless loss of life. He did not. The worst of it all, as we speak now, there is a carnage going on in Boku, where Ghana armed forces have deployed men to the area who have shamelessly engaging in terrorizing the people, engaging in needless brutalities. Criminal activities are being committed by officers from the Ghana armed forces. Last week, the MPs from the Kusak traditional area, there are about 7 of them, were all in Boku municipality. They met the security officers and they expressed their revulsion, their disgust about what the military themselves have engaged in Boku municipality. So you're shooting civilians, beating innocent women, even in war zones. Women and children are supposed to be protected. Akwala wadi 3 years. Ni a bodo true one in some Boneben why. Boneben why. And these are being done by soldiers. I am ashamed. And I feel extremely disgusted about this uncivilized attitude by the Ghana Armed Forces. The president yesterday did not reflect on that and call his men in uniform to order.
All right.
I don't know whether it feeds into government agenda. Whatever that agenda is, we'll never see a light of day.
There is a serious debate about the road construction and the figures of Mampenyi put it out. You remember, but I like you, so all battles be not young twasso.
It is remain on record. Say that one issue no, no. If you is starting you. Asema yo honi Ghana ha ajatumni history actually area records de na nado na pensu eno twem kura o ma yetimi si ehini. They had 8 years counting John Mahama from the north. It has to take a southerner who cares about the nation to bring sanity and peace, and now he can go there in peace. Before he was living here like a refugee. Amaliba. You are living in like it has to take Nanado's leadership to show and bring peace so that now you are happy you can go. And then I'm saying to you,
the speaker, if Alaji attack me and call me a refugee, personally, I am not going to countenance that.
I said like. I said like. I didn't say you are a refugee. You understand English better than I do. I didn't say you are a refugee. I said like. So please.
All the same, it's amount to personal attack.
Abaliba, come on. Abaliba. Let's make progress. And I offense the crow no say Ghana Hano. Abribia record actually. Say data and science. I just say yes, or see oil, fuel price, ekosoro, nsukura price, ekosoro. Yajitum. And the president on yakwan bia oka. Also yajitum ehano. Oya oba time. Nemo waye hihye obia ho clearly. Say ono ankasa the expenses oya the office on. O see matwem 30%. Emra from Saska no enka aban ho. Na aban emfa enye bi papa bi emfa ma million ma se bi Ghana fo aye ho akire ma pound fo nyina nso munsu muntitimo salary no so eye ohye na monfa enkofom na de aka no yemfa sebi emboa yen ya aka na atimanfo no aye ho kire ye no na afensu fuel na ye di maye no se benu kra se be ma ofa baako 50% ye free ho. There's a fuel consumption higher than the economy now. Why acknowledge? Even though globally, Obianim and NDC know this, there's no amount of program you say it's global effect, global issue. And about COVID-19 pandemic as well as the fight between Ukraine and Russia has effect, telling effect on America that they are fighting for oil and food and oil. Nigeria is queuing as I speak to you for petrol. First, we are having it at a price, even though it's up, but we are having it. Thank God that we can manage ourselves and then have it available. That is what the difference between us and other people and other countries. And I'm saying planting for food and jobs has also helped. Though the food prices are going up, it is available. Availability has kept it at bay. It has kept. You can go in Europe. I'm telling you, some malls you enter, you want to buy a biscuit 5, they say they'll give you 3.
Why?
Because of scarcity, and then they think ration.
Scarcity is free.
Yes, say panic aba. Even remember, wheat in the Ukraine, in Russia. You omokono. Ebe sa ababium. Inti achama obia, yetime obia bebre na umbefa nko na umfa nko fi na nipa menu aka omonso munya. So they are managing, and Ghana is available. Even though ya acknowledge that say eko. That is good management. And let me see, maybe I cast a sebi ye be Ghana card mutu so abase enye. Everybody see a insurance, mutu so about work out even usi enye. Everybody a free education, musi there be 25 years to come. Makaning na. And I must see sa fidena etimi kwa edi ndruko bebi sebi. Yentimi kwa ahawo ho a na ewo chirichiri no overseas all country ano. Etimi kwa bua na nipa nanya sebi. Yarisa ntemono musi ekotwa photo ema ewo dwarem mukaning na. Meanwhile it has proven say a civil life it continues to save life. That's the difference. And I make say President or Timam our John Mahama had done so for so many years. He couldn't even cushion us with one peswa of light or water. He couldn't do that. Adi ba kitu akolera kakra e ho ya e wona durukura no. Nipa almost funded na uye and that John Mahama's watch. Na nado uhwe wiase nyina na o compare na se uhwe numbers na even Africa ha ube se wa born homebody ejina ne nan so wa boy ho ban se de sefata ene meniu ya nyakwan ya sebi yesi etibi kwa bebi epe bia ne bi do yen ya hwe because enya de sebi asa akora wiase ya wa hye da so edi manufacturing company eba ha omo be hwehwem edi atoso a Professor Frimpong Boateng da no ayamasika puduo no montimi nyane manufacture these vaccines say in case of the drink cocaine no in case that be see sebi e oban at least e obi o ha e betime ya enye we nkwa wo COVID-19 kwa various issues e betime sorry aba na etime ya kwa enim we na say odwin cocaine e na odwin no ho e na me see e na nsa okoso na no oni adu nukure wa beka COVID-19 so far be wa say waka akwanya wa ye so far usi akwan no wa bedi intro be do we mu uko parliament me say eda ho uko we friends Ministry of Rules and how is and also better hobby. Any idea will be meeting me at that will be so what I say. You must say be a discrepancy and number now boy no be a mistake be about. But there is a number there. HSS we are born on money. John Mahama a year 1,070 kilometers of road no. Ono abeye 4,260 kilometers.
John Mahama ye 1,000.
1,000 me see record no. Across the country.
Oh, how?
Rose, me see a whole record. Some can see maybe over in parliament and I say, be no so Rose.
Source a document, man.
Me source a friend city online, check it. Me name date na make a but it's there on record on your and I me was aha, sabi so be a chat abremi, and tell me casa also no. And I do me also sabi or a penny bako. You know the mammy on argument, beba, no the mammy, just a job money, nana DNA. So far as we are concerned, in terms of development, and a kind call, and a sabi about ni a junior, a dear Juma, a beboa gamma, Ghana atumpon. It has been MPP. The alternative of kind, and then as a committee, almost say the omoba, among Casa Beche resources nafa. Ghana ni be no befa, and this in Kwana, Omuya Ghana for. There is tape and video to that effect. Now, for example, of Chama Ekasa, the youth organizer of Parado or Kasa, John Mahamatio, one Kasa there be, maybe a president Magana for. Or see, what I say, he not he said that this other say one chandy and Omabe. So I say, the friends say, alternative is very, very scary if that is what the vision and the mind. Because for example, who that's what court. Or see, Oma Abaye no honjono. Ewa voice bi aya kachi odina ya and others work out. So what I say, ningi na any people and nenso wakaka or see in fact on officer in charge of sebi kokofu game na ebebo ye na ebidi de friends ye na ebe try ho adiga na sika ono okan in that video for example for say me na majisa office na bo jomama de amami jomama ka say de bi me Ghana president inti Ghana fo ina message inti misre meka say yen sheda ehwe ne yema yi na ne hu se bia we no mu ka asem a yen tie won yi enye onu mu a mo nya sabi akwan ensu man o mo nya kwan aso man na ekosi sai ena yen su anya kwan asi se we yi agidi sabi a ho kire ho ya formation se mitigation no eboa se ya dollar asati ejina bebia sabi e kakra chen 2 weeks ago because of Ishishaya Bank of Ghana collaborate with government ni other banks etimiaye ina ya de be papa and the no better cost but me see and this other countries that is why it's what is good afenso na don't know and or kasano or see I don't know the day no kania shranya Magana for a Huaton or Ishishaya why na ye di echiri na say COVID-19 ni say Ukraine for to coins every one tema Ghana in West Africa or Africa will be the number 1 in terms of ye tumpon hari mwa enyina ye hubetoye. This is a visionary leader. This is Bosha and who say be obetime because COVID-19 was say nipa who amenti fanemba but met me abon nipa who my said ya onya yare ne bibiri anase bi oya ni nyina ya osi yakase na sikawa ha. Yes, there is money in Ghana. But sikawa ho and just sabi onu ba kofa sikabe for baby. It is expanding of the base of our income. Now, if you are utilizing judiciously, let me aboy. Now, face up, Mabunu Anya Jumaya Yabu factory. What be a factory over 106? And no more Juma. Almost bet your tax, which means about tax, no, say 400, I say with my 430, because if you want Juma almost bet your tax in the account. This is what you are saying. And I say to me, Juma, you know, plenty of food and say Juma, that's a chain of production to the market and money for Jumaya, tax in the bet you are direct or indirect. Am I at me? And yes, I say, Scano, and yeah, are born here could be buy a sabi last 2 years. Me person me come make a 2 years limit me and qua me that's to what me try say be and some babu said the Saudi people and it was the backlog of Ghanaians who have wished as a Muslim, one of the 5 pillars. I bet me a boy am I to me a boy a hunginano. I like to say Mama Nusi the patch say the backlog of even Muslim for these 2 years. Can you imagine? Which means confident Israel. I bet and I face the effect of fuel and other cereals. I idea Jumani oil ni flour idea Jumana say who here Ukraine or Russia untimi pon gas untimi pon oil petrol untimi pon and the banya so you are singing na so sunu menu ku a grass na esofa sa na be ye no bia NDC for him amaliba onim but propaganda anti opeso kasa na do nim ye so the Britain the America the Eastern giants omohomosu omuinabo Nigeria omuyelai omabo there is an issue globally which we tackle the mitigation in Shishena wayano and it's just or drink for and offense or see say akura no travel ban and let's say it is important say oko and e be mo ho kwan na ya approve ma wako sa akwanto na me ho a me ko hewe me ko training me ko dabi eni ho bi
me da say me sanso abaso be malaje mame twa me ho sima embra na yenye aboafo nkrato me ba sese ya
me da no passe dia me fa me ka asafo na me pro me engine mo Natchez the Nkonkwa. Maniche Ultimate Fashions. Any Ultimate Furniture City. Ultimate Fashions. That's your money, memengina. Now, say me increase me swagger. Yes, son, say me kwa designer shirts be to say.
Problem. And no enganga finance minister idea. Obetumi akasa akoti Bible aka ho. But who near oil. In this enka the crunch meeting muko pediasi lodge no. Cabinet meeting extended no. Senka hono mutumi ya bibia. Ba yenwa Vice President Munyina oho ba 15 pesos. 15 pesos cabinet decision. Crunch 4 days, 15 pesos. Enu na yenwa. Enu na ma onze obia na ma na jide na sa. Se yempanyifo a ya to aba mom. Cabinet members pa kotenase. 3 to 4 days. The outcome is 15 pesos. Ni akika ni nyina o aka ni nyina na o budget mu dada o. Oh, ni ya kopiato. Eno amuko sisa bechire. But the critical pointer Trotro drivers akọ abanchen. GPR tuni we say ye bre. Boyen, ye bre boyen. Amako tenase ma mi hwe picture. Omo kita pen pani buka kese adam wenim 15 pesos. Na ye nwanwa. Inti we ombe take decision for 1 cedi there. Na be ye 1 year. That is where we are.
Arabo ye beba nsem no so na eno ho nkomo na ye ba bedi no ma me ma de rabo ayepe ache na me ma wodo so akwaba. Arabo good morning.
Yeah, me na tren.
Erade adom me ho ye.
Chia wetie fu nyina. Na me chia na ado dan kwakufu ado ne. Ura ba omia na apamfo a. Wo kwehia na ano na wotu atu adwene. Mesre minua nom NDC so won ton brass. And the Ghana Funyina say measures na yedi atokwan mu no. Enye say yedi to akwan mu anana mefiatisa. Na bi ebe mere kakra bebem. I say fiase ye adwuma anse ye husunsunsanso no. Na me kotu owura setekpa. Former finance minister. O say government measures no. Very good. O say measures ni ye. It says when the economists be aka so be ka kire o say near made at to come say $2 billion about subsidy nothing. Na yashe na government a cutting expenditure by 30%. Na ya to turn you maybe a bit to my bois ma young oil fuel no abafem. Na men can't tell me near maybe ye to communicate me you remember fuel na abafem and yet 15 pesos as some cry. Exchange rate no. In the $2 billion I had about one exchange rate na ba from no. Na me adom crude oil no so start drop kakra. Exchange rate ni $2 billion ni dinga ye nya fan 2 gwa kra no. Sidi na hoden afiase epagya ni mu. Ndi sa na me nyina akoyi a ebeboa ma fuel no aba fam asen sa 15 pesos more can. Inti me anyo nga adwene say ye can reduction of fuel prices ay 15% na nko ahwa asam na ye ka. Niama yedo tu kwan mu nyina yedo gu akwan mu se na be ya fuel no ne bo no ebeba fam anye 15 pesos na nkwa 15 pesos just one of them
Just one of them. Because say all the 2 billion go so CD nothing. Now say exchange rate no CD that more than basura. When our careful they will need lesser CDs to import. And I want I bring for what sector how the cash say near here yen kese kra exchange rate no.
Yeah.
Into 15 pesos no dey nya no kwa and it's one of them. But the most important one is say crude oil be bafem. Na exchange rate no so be bafem. And into the year create special forex market e Bank of Ghana. Say when I were import finished product the ba no. Yeah me won ko to dollar no abonten senia traders no one from the hunya scarce. No more you are creating special forex market say. What tongue with fuel new year. Now say what per dollars are. Oko Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana bet ma boa ma sa kebi at a certain rate na ebe boa na fuel na ba fam. Inti yam want ya say. And the 15 pesos reduction on Kwan Yasha Nim. Yasha Nim say exchange rate no eba fam na fuel na ba fam. Yasha Nim say oil international market of the crude oil no so ba fam na price na ba fam. Na fusing it without 15% reduction and ya be
Honorable, but a honan yesha in common as a EDF free because many expectations, it looks as if say Ghana force you one to me and ya de normal. For instance, and now no mobile, yet na last week, ebo ball, a tuahodua, a deaf war, so taxes, And for instance, the energy fund levy, 10 pesos, one casacra na abobomame, sanitation and pollution levy, and also 10 pesos. Stabilization, price stabilization and recovery levy, 16 pesos per liter. Energy sector levy, 49 pesos. Special tax, petroleum tax, 46 pesos. Road fund levy, 48 pesos. Energy debt recovery levy, 20 pesos. Eti woki ka we ni nyina boma we nso ye direct taxes a ekwa aban ho. Now margins no anaban atete be free so. Enti for the boss margin no 11%. Across the country, more share live on Facebook on Kessben FM. Midi de kwame appear could be minimum ya bema Haruna Amaliba and Afemini Apeye Alaji Aliu Ana Asia 18 Komo State of the Nation address and Yemani Bio Mampenyi Ebubo Sodo and Opay Yetime Edeho and Komo Bredeswa Yabemo Akwenya na Wonsu Wetime Abo Ede Remo. But making kind messages in the Kakra Abana. Afe yentu aso ana yenko your name. We say greetings to you, Mr. Speaker. Your panel members, by what Amaliba has said about the roads in the constituencies across the country and then the regime of roads is very true. If you look at the bad nature of our roads across our constituencies, then it tells you that simply the president and his government have done none within this last 5 years. And with the Abba, J. Emmanuel, Medasine will message you. Was a good morning, Mr. Speaker. I hope you are doing great. This NPP government is throwing dust into the eyes of Ghanaians and also cheating us too much. Lord, come to our aid. Ghanaians, come to our aid as Ghanaians and rescue us from the slavery of President Akufo-Addo. Asari ba for ama saman ana diwe ede ebaye. Asari meda say any wo message a wode ebaye no. Mame kenkai we say I pay as a one or day, but say Mr. Speaker, in fact, the economic ramifications that COVID-19 had brought on Ghana's economy, lesser than President Akufo-Addo-led government, catastrophical and amateurish mismanagement of the economy. He is always quick to attribute the unprecedented abysmal performance to COVID-19 without accounting to us, blow-by-blow inflows of his government conveniently had during the outbreak of COVID-19. And if they think Russia-Ukraine war has further worsened the astronomical skyrocketing of food prices, then so be it. I made us say any message, you know. Mr. Speaker, good morning. For since Nanado took the seat of government, anytime the SONA was read, the NDC says is not the true state of the nation. For roads, what I want to say is that government continues project, but in Ghana, what our ruling parties do and fighting about roads is a lazy man's approach to solving the very challenges we are being faced with. That is why the development of our country is still marking time. Give us a break. Paul, I'm here from Aboso in the Western region. Anna Ediwe Ede Abba. Paul made us a message, you know. I say Nanado has performed better than Mahama in the Western North region. Agenda 111 is in progress. And I want Ode Abba. But one for with you know. Amfa Ankaho. Thank you very much for your message. You know, Mr. Speaker, good morning. When are we going to out of this economic hardship and lies under Nanado's leadership? Mahama will be our savior. DJ Stick, anyway, for your fans who are before Anna Edeba. Yeah, DJ made us a message, you know. I'm really enjoying your show from Kwame Dan, so keep it up. Your good work on Kessben FM, and happy birthday to lovely friend Madame Kiki Little at a year Abrefi Mansa Primary School a year Toronto and I would Abba made I say Jacobu Krofrum and I would the buyer. I say Mr. Speaker, God bless you for the good work. I am researcher from Akim in Totron in the Eastern region. I'm really sad as Ghanaian because now that I live in a country filled with autocratic leadership, then we would definitely have to need God's intervention. O message I would abandon. I see the State of the Nation address and e-levy, the value is still the same. Apiaje Dankwa Edway, Alexander Edway, Fribokrum Kumase, Anna Edebai. Apiaje made us say the message, you know. I say the Reverend Minister did not tell us the truth. He's a liar. Emmanuel Asante Ewo Kumase, Anna Odiwe Ede Abba. You made us say the message, you know. The very last one. Mr. Speaker, good morning. My name is Isaac from Pram Pram. This pastor who prophesied about Black Stars not qualifying to Ghana and later came to change the issue is a false prophet. Simplicity. We are not to miss words about this. And I also Odiaba. Those are a couple of messages I would about. I'm all about my also quick one for any rebuttal. Yemra Agenda 111. Now, President can endorse. It was overly ambitious with Agenda 111 for him saying, sir, yeah, the 18 months and about me completing the entire 111 a year hospitals. And you know, it was overly ambitious. And then again, Wakasi so say assassin was a problem to the government. But as he was speaking yesterday, you know, one more to me CQB, and you know, over 74 projects were in line. And I'm paying a day or two. Now, his hope is that by the time I need 10 one, ebekone wie ye no na 111 no watimi esini nyina no so etimi ewie, and that is according to the president Nanado Dankwa Ekufo Addo. 11 minutes after 11 amalaba mamintio na yenkoyenim.
Mr. Speaker, so the general one ebemwa, don't forget Laji spoke about the routes and he did that extensively, and I need to also
mamintio on the roads.
Yes, the roads, we will come to the general one. Mr. Speaker, I will not go to the peripheral issues enunciated here by Alaji relative to baseless accusation and all of that. But I want to remind him and his government say they are in power. When they are speaking, they should take President Mahama out of it. You created your mess. And as Santihine Nana will say to submitting the report to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the president at the Flagstaff House, I can say when it comes to Dagban issue, no president can claim credit over it. The problem started from Kufuor time. The eminent chief were appointed. They have worked. And all the president who came before Nana Akufo-Addo, he was lucky to receive the report. But he did nothing to finalize the report. He was only a recipient. Therefore, everything done there was done previously, and nobody should take any credit for that. In any case, if credit are supposed to be taken, it should be Mahama Mills and not Akufo-Addo. Understand that? But you see, in the matter of roads, it is very instructive to see the lies of the MPP. And Mampeni Akufo-Addo says no kure any munti. So they will be kind of say MPP ni usho on kano umwade or inisho on kano kre. And we think that some way a party with conscience are, they will wake up and stop that chicanery and deception which have become the hallmark of this government. And unfortunately, President Akufo-Addo here now so between who fi sound through the moon. Now two and through go we are. You have people like Alaji, who, for instance, who come and sit on the airwaves and trumpet sing. 2008 State of the Nation address, read by former President Akufo, was within the 8 years, the government in 4,800 kilometers of road. I have the video here, I can share it with you.
Me tell.
Or 12 subium, say about the potholes, I walk out, Kwemua, or more spot, or more CCR. Or more 10,000 kilometers. Afenso, or more 2,300 ray graveling of road. No more 8 years. Or more 84 bridges. Now, Afenso, or more 5,000, or more 500 kilometers of long drains. And or more this was achievement of President Kufuor. 8 years in office as far as roads are concerned in the country. Now, before NDC Ebefi office in 2016, your road network, you have free 24% as former President Kufuor was leaving office in the year 2008 or January 7, 2009, if you may. By the time we were leaving office, fair and good roads, motorable routes, were moved from 24% to 74%. Over 50% upgrade. Now, the total number of roads President Mahama constructed within that same period, or NDC constructed within that period, was 78,401.2 kilometers of road that NDC constructed. Within 8 years. And these are statistics from, how do you call it, Ministry of Road and Transport. In fact, the total number out of this 78,000, President Mahama alone constructed 59,000, how do you call it, 5,953 kilometers. And you can read that from paragraph 579 of 2013 budget, paragraph 45495 of 2014 budget, paragraph 569 of 2015 budget, and indeed paragraph 506 of 2016 budget. But you see, Honorable Kwesi Amoakwata, Kokache Parliament said President Akufo-Addo constructed 4,265.737 kilometers of road. Even if we have to go by that, President Mahama still lead them by 1,689.63 kilometers. But you see, Mikuta NDC manifesto of 2016 ewaha. Now, Mr. Speaker, when you go to page 54, sorry, that is page 55 of the NDC manifesto, we mention roads that we constructed across the country. And let me mention few of them for the sake of time. And in fact, I will do so dwelling in Accra. And I want the Alaji sitting here to tell us.
Yeah, one more green book.
No, not green book. This is a party manifesto. And the party manifesto was structured such that what we did, we mentioned them. And going forward, what we are going to do. That was a deviation from the People's Manifesto in 2020, where we gathered ideas of Ghanaians and compiled that as the manifesto. So in this 2016 manifesto, we mentioned what we did. And I'm taking you to page 55. And tell our listeners the few things we did. Now, in roads, some of the major roads projects completed or ongoing include the Gifford Roads, Greater Accra Region, Kaswa Interchange and related works, Central Region, Kwame Nkrumah Interchange Project, Greater Accra Region, completion of Sofolite Interchange Project in Kumasi, Central Region, Awoshi Pokuase, Greater Accra Region, Bemakam Road, Phase 1 and 2, Greater Accra Region. That's a pedestrian footbridges, Tetekwashi and others, Malam and others. Pedestrian footbridge, KNUST Junction, Kumasi. That's Kansas Road bypass. That's the Takra, the Western Region. Kaswa bypass, Central Region. Agona Junction, Elubo Road, Western Region. Takwa Bogoso, Ayamfree Road, Central Region. That's the Buipe Tamale Road, Northern Region. Fufusu Solar Road, Tetekwashi Medina Road, Greater Accra Region. Medina Pantan Road, Ayamfree, Asarinsu Road, Central Region. That's the Eastern Corridor Road, Dodo Bipeso, Nkwanta, Esikuma Junction, Peve, Nkwanta, Oti, Damanko, Napanduri Road, Volta Region, Adidomi, Adaklu, Ho Road, Volta Region. That's a Ho Feme Road, Volta Region, Nkoko, Atibie Road, and the list goes on and on and on. These are names we are mentioning. People are there, Mr. Speaker. I see the green book lying in front of you.
Yeah.
I think you can go to pages 99 or so, and you can talk about the roads that you're building in Nkrumah. You can't just go to Parliament and give us fictitious road network you've built. In any case, a lot of people, particularly from Asante region, the political basket of the New Patriotic Party, can you Asante region? Come on, penny kufodo, konyo mampeni. Asante mine na man bedu mampeni. Edeba no yama Asante mine. What has he done? Absolutely nothing. And don't forget that granted Akufo-Addo have done more road than NDC. Kachano. And it is very ridiculous and preposterous that MPP will come and sit on radio and compare themselves to Mahama. Akufo-Addo is going to the 6th year. President Mahama only did 3 years because the first 1 year he was in court and everything was stagnated. He struggled within the first 1 year because the legitimacy of his presidency was challenged. Unlike Akufo-Addo, who had a free take from day one, and also given the number of seats he was given in parliament, could man turn Ghana into heaven? Was he able to do that? At the same time, look at Bosi Amabo. Look at the resources you have. What have you done? Absolutely nothing. And you went to parliament only. Say Okasano, esa so otwan 20. Say oye ninse na no ye ninsa say. He was making mockery. My goodness, President of Ghana.
You think say no otwan 20 no yes sir?
Now only because he knew. So some can if na come the rehash of lies. I want Alaji to mention places. Tell us roads you have constructed and yet asphaltic outlays. Because we did asphalt outlays. We are not talking about re-asphalting. We are talking about roads that we constructed. And don't forget, Alaji, I would say, Mr. Speaker,
yes.
Before we
asphaltic overlays,
before we left office, Central Region, Greater Accra Region, Western Region, Eastern Region, Volta Region, the cocoa producing areas. Now we have Western North and Western Region. Over 2,500 contracts were awarded in these cocoa growing areas. He cancelled all the contracts. In fact, first quote were laid. I was see the gravels and later that has a contract today asphalt beguso. Now you have more trouble for people to apply on. NDC left office or lost the election. Akufo-Addo buy on my contract is still stop now. And you expect the gravels to go to a bitumen to become more trouble for people to apply on. Do you know the cost that he has caused to the state as a result of this reckless abrogation of genuinely awarded contract? What report normal produced from Ministry of Road and Highways and also Ghana Cocoa Board? I bet you say Ghana Fui NDC by awarded contract 1, 2, 3 or ABC. No, there was fraud and until the investigation will unravel it. They have not been able to produce it. So it was completely ridiculous. And now, Agenda 111. Mr. Speaker, it is so shameful for the president to come and tell us that given the number of projects Tomuka Sombeye and Agenda 111, after all, Omo say it was in a rush. Who forced him? World Bank, Abekachi will say, Abekachi say, Omoma Bino 437 million US dollars. Omoma fancy emergency centers. Omoma for equipping laboratories. No from providing medical equipment. Say the bear Ghana for ebitimenya baby pa ashom ho yare. No more combat COVID-19. Sasikano. Akosho bi botom abana mfa yes adwuma no President Mahama ebifra bem Bolgatenga Regional Hospital on 31st September 2019. I was in Bolga because our own great brother Honorable Isaac Adongo was laying his mother to rest. Nami wa Bolgatanga that day. I spent 4 days in Bolga, and in fact that was my first time of spending long days in the Bolgatanga as the regional capital of Upper East. I went to the regional NCA building of Bolgatanga, the regional NCA building of Upper East, built by President Mahama. And I visited Upper East Regional Hospital myself. Mr. Speaker, before January 7, 2017, President Mahama Ifra Bem Hospital near we well stocked with equipment. Mino kase besin there, mampine kufa do mie. Wa too much wo. Adum boninti. Intia this year wo Upper East. Omo yare a unibi omo ba. The best place they can come to is Tamale Regional Hospital or Tamale Teaching Hospital. And yes, sir, you have also Nipani flying free. Northern part of Ghana, Tamale, all the way to Kolebu. Sorry, I say Kolebu. In fact, they do come to Kolebu, but particularly Omukba Konfonochi Teaching Hospital in the Central Region. Leading up to congestion in that facility. But say who military hospital esiwo afari esiwo atibie ewo abanu mie onwie kwapo no wabie nkoko o de say missing nkoko konongo ewo mampon formula, and then how do you call it asante bekwai. All these hospitals as well as before NDC befra bem cheap compounds in Kwano near 1,200 all over the country. 50 of them was built by reduction of, how do you call it, salary by President Mahama and his appointees. Additional 1,700 was under various stages of completion. Canada Japan Krum Baku si hoye wie or tinka the day the crew never done why. Mr. Speaker, I general one recently, Ministry of Health at the Krataba Bonte said they don't have the update about the hospital's status in the country. And just someone penny back and figures anything as usual, the lies. But you see,
no, but they have told you that there is a committee under the presidency,
Mr. Speaker.
Especially they are designated to oversee Agenda 111. And no problem here.
From the presidency. What the Ministry of Health? But the presidency.
But President bet me I take it a special initiative.
Fine, that is why we have the department, agencies, and ministry under the government. And the presidency will be a presidency. And has become the hub of corruption. Yes, sir, Bush, and they do a bicycle to Moka and on my nabo. God have mercy.
Mammy Tio and Sunny Ako, Ahoman, so Agenda 111.
And I say, Agenda 111, the emissary, Unya Sebi or Mampeni, Tisena Nadua, Sebi, or didn't need any boo a money mount for, say Yana Obenyano, or say Akura, Maka, Namiri, Mena Mekae, so ambitious. Na me pre ama mpunto aba na mu nyina mokwa yare sa mo atom but me hwe mo form a ne ma ba komedi bi ho a tweme sai enti no me review no na masapa me cho aka cha me say by the end me free sebi makunya no so die me timi aka chem se bia dodo na maya na se mawie nti no we asem bia sebi enti bida mo ana mo se isa asem bi ba ka no kure na Ghana fonti ana meboa na fe obeka so a mo si boboi ampanso bia nim se de sebi asase asabti wo Ghana obia nim yenya eti yina yenim sa asase o se di mo se se akure se ka se sia na se bia paper enya easy sa so bitima be jina na osi ubehu ana ayi nti no wa ho se bottlenecks bi aba se de osusu no enye sa na onya no but ebinum wo ho ya start here at various levels nti ne crash ho no na waka kirebo nti no say at the end of my tenure no de say there so economic hardship no reality ni global abe hiti na ya ba from no de mintimi nka say bia metimi akoso anya 18 months no ne mom mewie mi tenure na dudu ana say mewie we ye nipa oye friends and kurefo a sebi odini di eni buo mai waka do kura kire agenda 111 den na de ne bae enye covid-19 ya bae ya hu se bia sebi sa ya ka kire ya di agoro nso nya MPP nkwane aban wa betra so aban akọ from Kwame Nkrumah basi still your short force in terms of health facilities are a bit me aboa agi yen kwantem you know so there be sanity there ade are exposed here never again. Let's do something about it. I'll be bold. Yentu ne fast can shame. Say the bear ye hun chire. Ti say the way abea na afi ye hospital na afi sebi ya kabo so na afi na ye pe Catholic sorry church na mubua we bua na afi obi kura fi ne atene. Ne nyina ya de bia ye hun se bi atosi. So the brother come at say sanity there ye sika sebi ba ya ni de anya ye mfongum. Na yema ahotombra ena nipa so sebe wa honden a ena pomdi gina so a ena productivity no etimi kosoro ena etimi asika dodo a ye di bebo ye ho bra iti no so ka we a ena andi se omotuko apa we the only president wa ka asema wa twa asan ana da bi ebre abeka instance bia nipa ho djuma na we ena bebi ho beka na nipa ma ni trimpo ade papa ena nyina so support sanka wa we ni 18 months na nka nyina ya hotoye but ade we ba sikasem niema bia sisa global effect economic bibia o say okay and asase so titiri say ebe easy ama na obesi na asem bia ni ho a dachi obi msori embe gina o say asase ye me na de e na ya ntua compensation ya yesi na afa ya asem nti osre na waye waka nokure and it is going to add up to the existing hospitals around there ebeti mama ya pondi yetimi akọ we ya de bia ese anka NDC for kura epushi say wantima we kura na say dachi ye ba ye kura be na harim because say ya de ye say the obehu obeche bi lamti on the board ye to the bisu pokwasi ye ya we ya ene contemporary aba ya ahe say na say obi aye no say musi mo na nko peska mo na modi tu oba say ya government is continue ya the papa ye easy traffic no ye easy wo yin haso mo ana musi wajai abande mo majuma sa wa ye be even 29 different e-blocks at various places are de buya muntu ya na obetua ka wasani de nso oto aso a musamodin mudimoni aso ne sui wa oya musi ade mudie wa yenso a musi wa abande endi se yenye mudeni endi se yenye mudeni me come ni ma me ka se agenda 11 de baby inshallah say do ka say bia we will bounce back no economic wise it will bounce back obewie no asana ne 10 year but bia na nema ope no anya osi obetimi adudo na we ye bosha SAG ni tum ne ho se bia ne mompani papa na opese na na dwimpo papa opese gina ejitum na oko nti azen papa mai we know say ni yiri ebono modi nkura eye bibi eye other hospitals obi adim okonfa nochi kolebu because esa say ni bi private people omo se obi no omo boa nema hodo bebre but osi esika na ya ne dudo na etibi ko ha ebe boa ya pomdi a healthy nation is the richest and the strongest in terms of economic prosperity. Sanity. Intitambia no say ya pondi face and I feel so education is key. Because because of free HS, was said that a double intake of teachers and was said that a massive infrastructure over 1,000 across the various secondary schools to ease the double tracking. Saskan a pompiakum ye teachers do no I have found no and yes appear infrastructure in terms of the actual to other secondary schools now must be double track abano we are there papa rose no so me say mate me akachira say any enya dia me maker that is my activity summary we ha a department of feeder rules almost 0.10 and almost the first year second year 36.40 kilometers Ubaha Ghana Highway Authority 32 in all no 60 kilometers. I have the table here. Various activities. Wow. And I will see inference asphalt overlay. So Ubaha 1,463 kilometers. That's from the feeder road. Because I don't say feeder road. My table. Sana oko bia and can say bia. Graveling and then regrading. And you see 857 across the country. Some of they are buying. And I'm about to say a Hansu rehabilitation. Poor tools in the man. And also 536.45. Yeah. So in the BSB or Mampany or sport improvements. And also 136.
I like this for my
maybe upgrading. Say be a case baby or a convert ya be got at my money case because so na expanding the kakra ningina de bi ya over 193 total ningina obenya no ha 83 kakra ntenya de bi a wotumi ka say wo so me say mama me say 1700 no otumi ye maka masisu biom the otumi ya no 8 years oni atamel singina ya by 5 years me say 4,263 and the atimia of from various na ukabuma sana ya nti ye records a ese mu de no ya de yes
I'm paying some 10,885
and I may say 4,000 per the record of the feeder rules no nti bet ma say figure no and a type ro and a buy nti parliament bet me edit it ya ba
nti I'm paying de nye no
o gufu ye and de nye se bia wono so say
I'm paying gufu
ye troma ye troma no na ye but record na wa no
I like so I'm paying gufu ye
want me anhani because ya wa honi the troma no ye se bia no sha da odin through record e kura na ya troma no e no kan ye but actually ko hey important
it is so I'm paying gufu ye it means mo ministers ni appointees no na
no and there be writers of the speech no manyade
but summary a wo de be ma no omo no mo de be
and I make say let me see on record maka across 4,000 plus on record e ho into mampani one share that embed intro but what is given
and you would any of mampani
and let me see feeder rules na me kai wa and I know parliament will be I know ko feeder rules ni abarus ni abarus obenya staff figures bi ameka say nya de bia o share the records na antoso ye na abasa me say and what's that one and then be say sasa for be sorry parliament ebia di ebetu ye nya de o share that say o ba betu futura go de be so that it comes like that now
the moye ni nyina na 4,200
on record 4,000 they all hand no
okay
and they say record bi o ha ebia me say because ebia that was by June last year by June record 4,000 you know what is the increment about 2,000 and you say to me debate you know because record because we have departments that we can go for records but almost say last year June that is the 4,000 plus you know into president cannot go to me and hold responsible in terms of the kind there being recorded and yet there is to say 10,000 plus so what you say and because say be sources should be say June last year and then 4,000 you know
okay and within a space of
the present
within a space of 7 months bet me over 6,000
say record say
6,000 kilometers
say project say ongoing we are na ka ho the ewasa eto aso na ka ho we ka we sa na dia ba yes be quarterly information na omonya na mbaka bum e bia na de ko era mo de amara record na dia ye nti me say bia he is stood there trying to tell lies on this matter
alaje be that
record side man na wakai but eno so
be that say ba me kwa homa no so na yenkodi nkomo na yema collect no enti me embre mu abale ba me pacho ma me mfa course no nwie na member back na course no so enya time na be ma me course so hello good morning yes sir bajo odi do saka erade ado me ho ye
yo mia ba ko ke kure asa ga ta Africa so a e antene tutu ko tena no ke na bijina
no krasa ma bintel
kira ora amarba kata nso nyame mana hode no kwate na me che na ko fusa ko ma dinji ba alaji sherif you do Niyama, Nana, Bita, Regional Youth Organizer. Open the cashier, and then one with Yamea one second. NPP from Penny for Nanka City no cra air condemn as some Penitano and Yano Cre. And then you can this MC, what no. What's your plan on you now? I say no more yet. And yes, what my you? I say I know more yet. Yeah, get one, yeah, Uchapena may ya one. And then can swap over by the MP no two now. A papa who claim what or man MP no wet me. And you play out the way alpha, your papa, excellent on the money, mamma. Next, and you be something to come on around with you. And then my when things let's go in the waiting out for young Putin. For. No, we didn't draw. Penny one can of credit.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. I want to say,
Eben Kwabenya, Mehoya, Maminti, Free Kwabenya.
But from the MP no Maya, Winston and Kind.
Dabby.
Oh, some more, the Mukwabenya, whom I'm going to say MPU. It's as you live in almost all my passing illegally. Mr. Speaker, the distance from what? China to Ghana, 10,000. 10,829. It is Ampana and Yen throw in your mountain and Nadu, all the chair and Radia. And the Sanke Philibia Mudia, every access road, say a tile. Because according to a mountain, why you didn't see that? Into a mountain road minister, near parliamentary hazard mono, or no 4,000, or mountain 10,000. To mountain within 1 month. The road minister, they go to the parliament, say, no, my no. One my engine or Mampeni, and can be 70-80 and throw them just a review. The second was all the other madam, and just in peace. I catch the real estate needs a wire point 10,000. Mampeni and throw. You need to give them a castle and can't peninsula to wedding throw. Canabaju full so tomorrow. The real estate of the nation address, no, a ball of kinky, a three Ghana city, or Mampenonti, I may catch them.
Hello, good morning. I also Yahoya Mamintio.
I like God that's intro. Papa, tell the intro there. I let me. Now, because we have one more time, if I don't control my work, we have but you go on Pele. I'm a Cadana. Go on Pele, Cadana, from Pele, or you are the family. The identical that. The matter is when you can look kind of credit here. On my body, the moment you can't find out well, teaching a man, not now, another Cassa, or church teaching man, or what is it? But in the channel, you live in a position that I said, command the plan and I know God, the common side. Yeah, that is easy. But you live in that lady, Mary, lady, the school, lady, the jacket. You live in or Father Christmas. So much now, what did you tell me? I think it can be on the law of 1 year. Now, what is now what the anybody watching? I know some bad people for come there was it to me. Now, when you was the other watching room, because you're telling you now with your man and she'll cut our worker. What you told me to bear watch you, and you told me tonight, but this is about the year of the and I don't work, but kill a foot carrier.
I also made us some more for hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Love man, you love man.
Love my Mamintio, Coasem. So, love my casa free.
Because I didn't tell.
I didn't tell Mamintio.
Mr. Speaker, only a Kuma entity, no. And can't be Ghana for whom Mp never party the obey the dear. I can't be in Cuba Guash. Never a Nubia. Oh, yeah, and my Dimantia. I know now the forces from forces army for you come home. Oh, script for Mangata master to a much creepy. Power breakers. Oh, vigilante city. And where is a move for democracy in the Ajumao? Nima who's the MPP there. Nim Ghana for the Omudi Ghana for Nima, Ghana for Pelmotion. And Kami Kwandi and MPP, Anka, ACS happening for the Munagu, who is now.
I say, love man, more for front to us. So, hello, good morning.
Ghana for president, youth president.
Yes, sir.
The throw, Yamini Pata Papotola Samani.
Yamini Pasha, Mamintio.
I mean, Papa, what they are now, they don't have to account. I mean, no, they are never put it on the set. Opa, China, the Secretary was said, I know, some Pama Midnight. I mean, Sasson at the solution. I do not have people that are for you now, Basso fair. I won't take Kessben, I give you a twin and alpha. Last week you come with a minute of confidence in them, and it's a Kessben, no, what time and then they are the move for. It's maybe a Joe, they come in the communication, as some of the all the area where you tell me, I want to put that back in the town. Yeah, Papa. State of the nation, one of the Kaya, you know, never sure I know so. But wow, my fact, them and I'm 78 to 98 and I have been by the kind of say anything. President, you know, I can't throw one of the president, I can't throw. And never be why I can't move on another about me and or why it is meeting. You never get the some of our goddamn swine. What kind of fuck my offer? This is not a party you live in Kofu or easy calf over my summer. This is Bubam 1 year. I have been pretty much so or for you, Mr. Bitanapado. The kind of deal, the kind of boss, no, the kind of
Better I say more for and to us. So, hello, good morning. Yes, sir.
Hello, good morning, Open in the Bibia Bokode.
Radina don't patch the same.
Open with the room, because of go with the ramble.
Of what do I
Yankupon show Papa no more by no sure I'm the Eastern Regional Men's Organizer, and I'm a youth organizer. Open, if I yell fancy, meme, open no Casana, some more, and Yamukola or Fan Ebalata. Young man being one Balata Kakapa, Goma. No, I know some. I don't know why you're questioning a baby Allah, what about the Yas and Ghana. Oh, you know who's more than my Ghana. Open, Shaquia, even former president in Bonolia. What do you a lot of contracts in this country? Mangasamedi, part of it. Japan, Kamu, Akwai. What's up to little what's our the same contractor? So on your final. Listen, only young for ultimately. Let him begin there. And I Ghana, Akwai, another. Oh, that you Akwai say, President Yala, what about Ghana? Letter. Yet to come COVID, and buy. Yes, one more than one for measures, Papa. Ghana, Funko, and the other problem 560 billion. Okay, that was the next house, the more one. I was the
same more for to us. So, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir, but you did maybe a Casafri.
But Mr. Poppy is you.
Mr. Abuato Casafri.
Mr. Poppy, so you.
Cote, so you, okay, Mammy Joe.
No, Mr. Telephone now, I'm going to get for England this year. Can FPP1? What do you say? Politics. And I told, and in that. And I could want to say, well, I find 10,000 kilometers. But that's what I am saying. But for the power. Now, the appropriate to pay to mine. Said another one. You have to be faithful or truthful to Ghanaians. Yes, because someone another extra opposition. And then another one. Another opposition. Of the sector taxes. What taxes can afford to have it's coming to move Ghana from taxation to production. The person any year we need. Move by the taxes that go down to Ghana for so. Government tax, sanitation tax, COVID-19 tax. Then you are going to find cash. And then Ghana for yes, you can down your phone so that I will say no more. What is that for the year?
Is that going to be that? So, Mammy for hello, good morning.
Mr. Speaker.
Queen of the Airwaves, Mammy. And council Queen of Casa, baby, I got a free near him.
Ashama
Lebanon, Mammy.
Misha and discipline or Namishan the bay, whatever you're gonna name up. Mania, you said penny and chantro, but your mom penny chantro said the whole word now and now. The percentage of Mr. Speaker, or Mam Penny road minister, why no can create yet mammo? Because road minister, or no, your road no. Or man penny then say the book number 2 in the money at trauma. And so you know one a chant for CI. We have a man. Men now more money. Or no any. Mr. Speaker. Nanado didn't throw a betina Ghana Kunyaso. But still penny 78 years name him say obejai ntrono but still ogo so etwakyerɛ yes friend nana do ni MPP for say you live no Ghana for yes ye ntia Mr. Speaker over Lebanon tia ya close the break down omo yeduma because I Robert to mo be 1 month ago ya close the break down and see a children nado say to boost na omo growth ni that said you say omo yenkofo a omo wo adwimpama o man mutima mofo a anka to boost no be yeduma ye live na omo to mo gina efe yentia omo koso ba for ma yentia na ne o chida yenya ye be ye mo ba mo na afiso ka yenye bio omo mo be di alala yentia ma omo
nyame enka ho mame fa fofo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Yes sir. Mente unka yo
Your family Ajano one.
ajano wa mami ti on free kwa beya
Kaka American Speaker, Mamichi Anana Happy, Martin Free, and a Haruna Abari. Kaka American said, Yabaya best one, or top of the one. Common calculation, and a wrong statement that what to the way one. By the we shall know them.
Mr. Bedasi ajano one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Ya uneme kasasa denta.
Ya mami ti on free adenta.
Me bacho Mr. Speaker mo bi anti asesa aban ya start to ma start media dada nti obi anto abano ma Mr. Speaker na want me for award no because we age ma dem pa Mr. Speaker. Na Mr. Speaker mpacho 11 ni de we de ye nyina ya say ye democracy na ye practice o man mu na what man won say o man dodo ni na obi a nye ndisi asem so mo pa mo nka say okay NDC for o mo use mobile money o mo do mo nka no mo hwe say Ghana for be kwa koka NDC for no ho ana asese enye NDC for asem e Ghana for na CMP 11 e ya kro no enye illegal bia enye legal e ya kro no nti yesere o mo ntwensan na yenko ye ne medase
ya me so bedasi ofofro and to aso 0550922929 0552911929. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Yes sir.
Mr. Speaker, ikoni asaben kese.
Iko mami ntie we body tell.
Yo, Mr. Speaker, nyankupo ishira se wa mama akonya se menchira ma nyankupo ishira pa na mebra pene ndi se Samuel ba nyankupo ishira ni eduma pa mu bo ma ndi se party e constitute communication of Benjamin ya mo nyankupo se. Mr. Speaker, o sha nyoma egusu ko so man Ghana ha no me fa yi ne bi se se me ko so no. Yeah? No na amount for us at a panic withdrawal now because a good policy can mean this amount for the Kwaku or Musika or mobile money. What must say? Ain't a slap balance at us or one of the implementation be bar. All shall be a brought him for more, yeah, dear be a bit for Kwaku. Our uncle achievement and I said, I dare open to woman because who said the way I'm off, I started every door money. Who was sure so at the end of the day, I target also Peru banana. There is no. What must say? Yes, Rabanis are told so. Yeah, on Yankee Mamu for Yansu, you see Freka because Yansu Naya, the Omukosa started on Motaba because of whichever was
a Mammy Fowl and see. Okay, Mammy Malibaso, Amalaba ne Alaji, 1 minute in that being called me Breno as
I am very instructive. And Roman Pineku for the hot time, they should be your fee.
Okay, Mammy Fall last call away. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, I'm Patrick.
Today is Steven, the Professor Samatadeka.
Steven Marinto.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Mechanic say, Agufado, Akoyana, or this two can more, this call about no. All guys, no for sure, mine, Kakame.
May I say, Mammy Phone say, I'm about Maminto.
Yes, and draw a parliament. Kasatentio Kayina, Mr. Speaker. He couldn't mention one regional hospital or by way. He couldn't tell us one polyclinic to his credit. He couldn't tell us one district hospital to his credit. 6 to 7 years or 5 to 6 years in his tenure, regardless of the quantum of resources when and when Timianka. But when almost more past levy. But looking at the reactions from listeners and the callers of my phone in now, I am very clear. NPP is not a democratic party that preaches virtue and practices vice. Because in democracy, a collective decision making and the will of the people prevails. Because government derives its power from the people. They're gonna force someone penal and not buy near.
Alaji Mamintio.
Me that say Ghana for atie president me see chambia yente ni the fact that obia ye bibia or see there be the me no ma say bia enye sa na ese kwan ko ye na ma twa san ya that is nipa papa no ene se ogi ne di kura chen de oye o se mu ye kura muka kura na me ye no mo muka kura na me ye no mo we don say na yen as a communicator me tie me say no figures no can enye ade on record unless ebia said because as at June 2022 ebia na bibia ba me ni information no ha so what I say proven the but for now the record the one admission na kacha Ghana for no kura any just say entrofo na me say Ghana 40 atrofo na oka na see muka kura na me ni more muka say juma ni ho o si ko paibo
alaji muka say mama fa wo NC ha na me sorry so ebusia me das me dey kwa me appear ko no pay so dom na ho mo bro the west authentic breaking news for eba ababeto aminu aba Aisha one and in an African Poziga but stay with them for the rest of our events and programs Yamisha na when you're Kessie me dey kwa me appear ko Mr. Speaker so abanemaye adom dom ye ni a wo chena fiada ye besa ne wadi ahia e wo Kessben mache jumedie ni so from 5:30 ahomache am e kwa kosi se 9:30 bebo ye wi a na afi ye de Kanawu no so e de atwa so stay tuned with Kessben makramo nyina good afternoon.